Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Brian Bridges Show. Welcome to the Brian Bridges Show, y'all. Hosted by God First Christ Gang Media News, y'all. Come on in for a brief moment. Got a case for you all out of Atlanta tonight, you all. The South Fulton County mayor has been arrested, and he has been arrested for burglary, you all, and also trespassing. This is a very crazy case, might I say. Something that he did not have to do at all, you all. So I want to come on here and kind of talk about this Negro wake-up call that this mayor had actually gotten, you all. Now, this is a sad case because when we have black individuals and young black men who work themselves up to a certain standard in life, a certain degree in certain places where we actually need these people, you all. Again, this is a very bad decision for a mayor to actually make, something that he could have easily avoided. You know, he could have easily gotten this information of this particular homeowner, but he was in the incident where the mayor had actually thought this was a nice house. He was actually thought he had was actually intrigued with this particular house, you all. But like I said, this was a trash dump, might I say. And again, the mayor's current home is one that is very beautiful, you all. More up to standards, more livable, might I say. In this house, man, it had to be filled with alligators, spiders, and crocodiles, you all. But again, someone actually owns this home, and it is a good project. You know, I've seen it, and you can actually put some work into it and kind of make it a fixer-upper. It could be, and I'm pretty sure that in the past it was a very nice property. But again, tonight I want to give you all a few tips and pointers on how to avoid these trespassing charges. How, if you actually see a house that you are intrigued with and it says private property, no trespassing, that's exactly what that means, Mayor. And again, you know, this is very silly action that a mayor should actually take, or anyone for this particular matter, you all. So again, I want to kind of discuss this case and talk about the mayor and what he should or should not have done, you all. But again, before I get off into this, if you actually joining me for the first time, I usually read the news article here first and then share a brief news clip with everybody. You know, this way so we can always give you our best narrative instead of just going on the narrative of what some of these other different news channels, so forth and so on, may bring to you all. So again, copyright disclaimer under Title 17, USC Sections 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, education, and personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. It tips to balance in favor of fair use, you all. So here we go. It says South Fulton Mayor release after arrests report detailed incidents leads to the charges, you all. So again, before I get off into this, I'm not sure if the mayor just actually want to go see Young Thug and them, you all, because again, I can't understand why a mayor would actually do such a thing, you know, especially when he has read the signs that say private property, you should not trespass, you know, you should not go beyond this point, you know. And again, the mayor was not only charged with trespassing charges, but he was charged with a burglary charge, you all, in which, again, is a first-degree felony. So I'm not sure if this mayor will actually have a future in South Fulton because, you know, he has been scrutinized and under a few different allegations, you all. And, you know, another thing that he had done, you know, was throwing some little parties, some little Easter egg hunts and things of this nature without city permits, you all. And again, the city is one of the places that he could have actually gone to get the information on this particular property, to really understand who actually owned this property. You know, it's something that he could have easily done had he looked into the county records to really find out who the owner was, you all. But again, I'm going to go straight off into this news article. It said South Fulton, Georgia, you all. The mayor of South Fulton was arrested on Saturday morning. Khalid Kamu, you all, was later booked into the Fulton County Jail on charges of criminal trespassing and burglary in the first degree. His bond was set at $1,100 around 8 p.m. The mayor was released, you all. He said, I do want to thank the South Fulton County Police and the staff of the officers for their courteous and professional service throughout the day, Camus reported as he exited the jail. He would not answer any questions about the charges, you all. Now, again, the mayor was quite intrigued and quite thankful to be treated nice or be actually treated with some respect. But this is not the everyday actions of the jailhouse. This is not the everyday actions. People, you are not going to actually get treated as though this mayor had actually been treated, you all. So again, for this mayor to kind of understand this and be thankful that these people didn't treat him bad or rough him up in the jailhouse and probably put him in PC somewhere, or just really left him in a holding tank in the front until someone was able to actually come and bail him out, you all. So again, this was another crazy thing that he had actually done. But I'm pretty sure the jailers and the police officers themselves actually appreciated his recommendation, might I say, you all. So excuse me, it is the AM, so y'all have to bear with me a little bit, you all. It said on Saturday, the South Fulton Police Department released a police report that led to the mayor's arrest. In the official document, it states that the homeowner had received a surveillance notification that someone was walking onto the Cascade Palmetto Highway property at 6:52 p.m. you all. So again, this was early in the morning, and I don't know what possessed him to stop there anyway. But as he was saying, this was just a house that happened to be one of his dreams house. He may have passed it by for years and thought it would be a great fixer-upper. You know, I'm definitely going to give the mayor the benefit of the doubt. Or maybe he had been on some kind of, private eye investigation, whether he was trying to see if somebody had been trafficked in this particular house, may have been holding somebody hostage in this particular house. But he did definitely get a fast wake-up call, you all. And that was the most humorous thing about this particular story, you all, because again, once the homeowner had came, he didn't know who this man was. And mind you, again, this more like a wooded area, a place where people could possibly set up a campsite or possibly go fishing, you all. So again, this is like a country, possibly a redneck, I'm pretty sure a redneck type of area somewhere where Black people or anybody for that matter should not be trespassing in no places of such magnitude, you all. Because again, man, these people that usually live in these woods and live in some of these type of farm areas, they are advocates. They are gun advocates. They always have them some kind of firearms or shotguns or something, they can possibly shoot from a long range, because a lot of these people actually are hunters. They hunt wild hog, they hunt wild deer, so forth and so on, you all. So again, this is what was quite baffling to me for the mayor to actually be caught in such a location as he actually was caught, you all. It said the homeowner told the police he watched that person, later identified as the mayor, walk up to the driveway and entered the lake house, you all. He said he told the police he couldn't see what Camus was doing inside the house, so he called 911. 5 minutes later, Camus walked out and the homeowner approached him, telling him to stay put, you all. So again, this is another crazy situation because people are not very successful when they are trying to make a citizen's arrest. For any white man, Mexican man, Vietnamese, Japanese man to stop you and actually make a citizen's arrest is almost an impossible thing in 2023, you all, unless this particular homeowner or whoever it may be happen to have a firearm. So again, this is something that scared the bejeebus out of anybody, you all. But again, you have to be doing something very wrong, for somebody to actually pull out a pistol on you and actually hold you until the police department comes. And in this situation, the mayor was very, very blessed, you all. Most people call it luck, but I do not absolutely believe in luck. Either God wanted for you or he do not, you all. But in this case, it was definitely not the mayor's time to go, you all, because the homeowner had every right on his private property to pop a cap in his man, and thankfully he did not do that, you all, but he did give the mayor the wake-up call that he should have received. This is something that he should have thought more carefully about, you all. Again, this is a very dangerous thing to do, and it's not something that anyone should do. If you see any sign say private property, do not trespass, that's exactly what it means. It's a private property. Do not trespass on it. Do not go on these particular, these particular pieces of land, these particular pieces of property. It's not something that you ever want to do anybody. So again, it said, I don't have to listen to you. Now, this is the mayor, you all, and you can give me orders. So he telling the homeowner, man, I don't got to listen to you. You ain't got to give you can't give me no orders. Man, you on my property. I do more than give you some orders, you all. So again, this is something, that the mayor had not thought out well at all. A lot of people have a lot of book sense, a lot of business sense, but they have no common sense, you all. And this is one of them particular cases. It said, I don't have to listen to you, and you can't give me no orders. This is what Camus responded according to the records. It said the owner said he did not identify himself as the mayor, South Mayor, until the homeowner took out a gun and held it to his side, you all. So again, this is when he started talking about I'm the mayor. He said, do you know who the F I am? So this is what the mayor's saying. Do you know who the F I am? No, he don't know who you is. And the man didn't care to know who you was. He didn't care if you was the mayor or the president himself, you all. And this is one thing about these people who live in these type of lake houses. They not understanding who the current mayors are. They can care less about the world. Some of these people do not even watch TV, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't know too much about the mayor until just now, you all. I know he was elected in 2022 and things of this nation. I did take some time out to kind of learn a few things about the mayor, before coming on. But again, you can't just expect everybody to know you as though just because you the mayor, they should give you the pass to do something wrong, Again, see how you could have thought this for one moment. He said, do you know who the F I am? The mayor yelled at the owner, you all. So again, it said, I am the mayor, and I'll wait for my police force to get here and see what happened then, you all. So again, the mayor had begun to let his balls hang, might I say. And then he was like, we'll see what's going to happen when the police get here. And they tell you I'm the mayor, as though he had not committed a crime, as though this was a cool thing for him to actually do, but it was not, you all, because as soon as the officers got there, they put him in handcuffs and put him in that car and took him to the county, for breaking the law. And this is one thing that should be done to the Biden administration, might I say, you all, because again, they just let President Biden and his family, they just let them people get away with any and everything, you all. So again, man, this is some strange stuff that's going on nowadays in 2023, you all. It said when the police arrived to the scene, they said Camus recollection of the event differs. It said Camus told the officers he was driving by the lake house on his way to take his dog to a park when he decided to stop and take a look on the inside. He told the officers the property was his dream home and he was interested in purchasing it, you all. So I'm pretty sure this homeowner will not, I said this homeowner will not sell this property to the mayor, and I'm pretty sure that he would not be to use the rest of his salary to purchase this home, you all. Like I said, this is a big conflict of interest at this particular point. It said the mayor told the officer he was aware he was criminally trespassing at the time. He also recalled more aggressive manner in which the homeowner tried to stop him when he was exiting the house, you all. No, mother effer, you stay right there. And this is what the homeowner said, you all. He was like, man, I don't give a damn, So he said, no, MF, you stay right there. Camus side of the story reports read, you all. So again, the homeowner had every right to tell him to freeze, get out, because again, that was a very compassionate thing to do. Although he had the gun in his hand and was telling him to get out and freeze and don't move another step, because he wanted to get to the bottom of what was actually going on. He wanted to know where this man come from, man. He don't have nobody going in and out this property, but it's a good thing he had a surveillance camera, you all, because ain't no telling what the mayor may had or may not had none. Man, he may have gotten himself into some further trouble, you all. So a good thing that this homeowner actually came when he did. He said the mayor told the officers, then he tried to introduce himself, but the owner pulled out a gun and cocked it, you all. So again, this was a very serious thing. The homeowner, he went on ahead and cocked it and everything. It told him, I wish you would, but some move, as though, the mayor was going to actually run at this time. He said, oh, you going to show me why I'm walking away? Camus said. He asked back and said that's the moment he formally introduced himself as the mayor and apologized for walking into the house, stating he thought it was abandoned, you all. But again, Camus was taken into custody. So, but again, a lot of these houses, they may be abandoned. 80% of them are, but it says private property. That means somebody owns it. No trespassing. That means you are not welcome to actually come sightsee. If you want to go sightsee on the property, you all call the owner and ask them to meet you out there. That way he can give you a proper tour of the actual property itself, you all. Again, had the mayor taking the right channels, I'm pretty sure that each and every property that he has actually lived in, whether it was a homeowner or whether he was just staying there temporarily. He had followed those proper procedures to get him to that point, you all. So again, I don't know what the mayor was actually doing, but this is what his story was, you all. It said Atlanta caught up with him, and this was Fox Atlanta, caught up with him at the South Fulton precinct for a few hours and was able to speak to him briefly. I just wanted to see the House Committee told reporters, you all. I do apologize to the owners. I thought it was abandoned. It said in his mugshot, he wore a big smile, you all. And this is another thing. This is what kind of make the mayor look like a serial killer, because, usually people smile. Most of these people smile when they are actually guilty, when they know they done something wrong, and they are, kind of smile to kind of, I guess keep themselves from crying, or smile to thinking it was humorous that they had actually gotten caught, you all. I don't know why he would pretty much smile on this picture, because again, I would be very disappointed, would have that truth or that disappointing face on, man, I have never smiled in a mug shot, you all. Again, man, this is not that I can remember, but again, this is what the mayor had decided to do. He said, I apologize for the negative attention that was brought to our city. Camus said, I hope the spotlight on our city now will highlight some of the inequities, you all, that have been happening. It said when Deidre pressed the mayor if he was admitting to guilt charges, he replied, I think that's for the voters to decide. And again, I'm not actually voting down there, but if he gave the public's opinion, that's very guilty. That's very a wrong thing to do. Again, it had you being in your right frame of mind. You could have called Atlanta CAD, it's a few ways that you could actually found out who the owner was, you all. And I'm pretty sure that had the mayor went in any part of the city hall and had asked these people, his co-workers or whoever it may be, to actually pull this address up, they would have been honored to do that, especially had he thought this was a property that may have been for sale, you all. So it said Mayor Natrice Williams Brown was called in to serve as temporary mayor as of on Saturday, while Camus was unavailable, you all. It said Mayor Camus was sworn in as the mayor in January of 2022. So he had not been the mayor very, very long, you all. It said almost immediately he began to bump heads with other city officials shortly after he was sworn in. He was admonished by the city councilor for calling for a the resignation of 3 appointed city workers, you all. So again, when he had actually became mayor, he went on ahead and fired 3 people who he had thought may have been doing a bad job before he had actually got there, you all. So he did not give these people the benefit of the doubt. He actually booted them. It said in July 2022, he announced that he was suing city council members and the city attorney for what he called a violation of Open Records Act and details about the investigation he thought the public should know about, you all. It said on March 2023, members of the Senate Council filed a lawsuit seeking that to remove Camus from office, you all. So again, they had already been filing, trying to get him out of there as soon as he got in. And this is what I don't understand. Why work so hard, get yourself in a position to actually commit a crime such as this, you all. Man, this is one thing that's baffling to me. But I hope the mayor can somehow turn this around because he is still the active mayor down there, you all. So I don't know if they're going to find him a replacement, force him to resign or something of this nature, you all. But I'm pretty sure that he has definitely put the skates up under himself. It said on April 2023, the police shut down a community Easter egg hunt that was given by the mayor because he did not um, obtain a permit for the event. So again, this is another silly act. This is something that is very easy for him to obtain. You know, it may be hard. You may have to go around and get people to sign certain petitions and this and that, but it's pretty much worth it. But in this case, the mayor would not have actually had to have everybody sign these particular things. You know, if you have some type of block party or something of that nature, then you have to go around and get all the neighbors to kind of agree with this particular thing so you can take it to the city and get it approved. And that way you can have your party or Easter egg hunt or whatever it may be without being bothered by the police department, without being shut down. It said during his campaign for mayor, Commute promised to move into a troubled apartment complex before he made a decision about his future. He fulfilled that promise and gained national exposure by doing so, you all. So again, it was probably a bad housing community that he decided to move in himself, you all, to kind of actually see what kind of directions they may go, whether it was repair, whether it was condemning the place, whether it was eliminating certain criminals out of this particular neighborhood, you all. So this was really a great thing. It was a good thing to actually do because you kind of bring yourself down to the community standards, you know, kind of making yourself, putting yourself in their shoes, you all. So this was an honorable thing for him to do. And again, I hope the mayor can find some kind of way to turn this thing around, though, you all. But again, this was a very silly act. And I do have also a small news clip I can share with you all in regards to this particular topic, you all. So again, if you are intrigued with a property, you all, it's easy to actually find out this information. You know, you want to look into your county records, and this will be something that you can find. You can also search through peoplesearch.com, you all. It's different websites that are easily able, your Zillow, so forth and so on, all these kind of property apps. You know, a lot of these apps, they already had on homeowners information on some of these particular apps, you all. So again, man, this was a very crazy thing to do. And man, the mayor's current house was a very nice house, if you ask me, you all. But again, this is a lake house, and it does have some potential, but I'm pretty sure that it has not been in, you know, operational for a while now, you all.
According to the documents obtained by 11 Alive, yesterday the charges in Fulton County Court were listed as criminal trespassing and burglary in the first degree, but today a 13-page document obtained by this television station works to offer more context and explanation behind the charges. Erica Murphy has more tonight from South Fulton on what is contained in the reports. According to the documents obtained by 11 Alive, Khalid Kamau is alleged to have made his way onto private property along Cascade Palmetto Parkway sometime before 7 a.m. on Saturday. On site are a residence and a lake house, which the owner says is mostly used for storage. The owner of the property tells law enforcement surveillance cameras detected Kamau walking up the driveway and eventually inside that lake house. After calling 911, the property owner made his way close enough to make contact with Kamau, ordering him to, quote, stay put. The property owner admitted to carrying a firearm at the time,
but that Kamau didn't say that he was the South Fulton mayor until after it was by his side. The warrants go on to say when Kamau came outside, he allegedly rejected those orders, going as far as to tell the property owner, quote, "You can't give me orders. Do you know who the blank I am? I'm the mayor, and I'll wait for my police force to get here." With South Fulton.
And again, y'all, I mean, that was a crazy thing to say, for the mayor they have to actually believe that. Again, you all. I mean, again, these people don't actually know who you are, and I'm pretty sure he didn't care who you was, Again, you was a black man trespassing. You was a black man in this man property, man. Again, man, it's just by the grace of God, this mayor is not deceased at this particular moment, and I'm thankful that the man didn't kill him or nothing like that, blast him, pistol whip him or nothing like that. I mean, it's a lot of things that the man could have actually done. But again, the mayor was not thinking when he made this move, you all. I'm not sure what the future will hold as far as politics go for this mayor, but it's going to be hard for him to actually run and win again, you all. So again, he put himself in a very bad situation. Maybe he can go to another city or somewhere else that may need him, you all, and rebuild himself, rebuild his public career, so forth, so on, you all. I didn't want to hold everybody too long. I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about this, because again, you may be big and some other kind of area, you may be well known or a prestigious person, but you do not have the right to go on anybody's property, not even the police. They have to have certain warrants and so forth and so on to actually be able to come to your home, be able to come inside your home. If you say no, these people have to get the proper paperwork to actually invade your home, and this is one thing that the mayor should have already known, you all. I'm not going to hold y'all up too long. It is actually 1 a.m. in the morning, you all. So you all have a blessed, peaceful rest, and we'll see y'all again soon. God for Christ gang. Peace. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you. Later.